as well be walking on the sun.
Good afternoon, folks. Got you another Wookie Live walk around video here, and I have gone out and found probably the stupidest, or at least odd cheap vehicle I could find this week in Las Vegas, and this being a 2009 Pontiac Solstice. This was GM's sort of failed Miata competitor. They were built in Wilmington, Delaware. They had a unique platform, well, not really unique. They had a rebadged variant sold by Saturn in the United States called the Saturn Sky. Over in Europe, it was known as the Opel GT. I can't remember if Vauxhall got a, I don't think they did. I don't think Vauxhall got a version. And then they were sold in Korea as the Daewoo. Actually, I can't remember that model designation off the top of my head, but it is a small Miata-sized roadster. It is rear-wheel drive. It was a 4-cylinder. It's got the Ecotec 2.4 liter, straight 4 out of later Saturn Ions, and several front-wheel drive. I believe that Ecotec was in some like Cadillac SRXs and stuff like that. This is very much a parts bin car. It's got the rear differential and housing assembly out of the SRX. There was a big old list. I'll go over it. I will do a full video on this car in the future, hopefully near future. But it is a very small car. As you can see, I am 6'3", and I am this car a little taller than where my belly button would be. Go look inside. This is what the interior looks like. Very small, as I put my DS3400 over there. See, Solstice is right there. You see Wilmington assembly. The Opel versions were actually built here in America. Now, I can say the biggest fault about this car, despite the size, I always enjoy small cars. They're a bit fun for me. Is that the interior is probably one of the worst GM interiors I have ever sat in. See, the only carpet is the carpet down here. That is the only cloth in this interior, other than the rag top. Everything is a hard plastic. I like the design. I can see I do sort of fit in here with the top down or the top up. I'm honestly gonna have to do the driver with the top down, because you are not gonna be able to see out of the windshield from the GoPro. Little itty bitty hello me, my messed up hair. Even if it has airbags. Got this giant center console deal, little clothes hanger right there. But you can see it's just this hard, cheap plastic that GM was known for at the time. That's your cup holder, very European. That they just kind of cram it out of the way. You got a grab handle right here for your passenger. 4 ways, light dimmer or light cutoff. Then your dimmer switch right here. Of course, you got the radio out of many GM products at the time. Most notably, this exact same radio is in our Team Chevy Express vans. We got like 3 2009s, and 2 of them. One of them is a conversion van, so it has something completely different. But the 2 normal vans have this almost exact same radio in here. And there's a guy in a BMW. Looks like a BMW speeding away. But yeah, the door panel, all this this black hard plastic that's all feels like it's gonna fall apart just everywhere. They did do something a little different with the dash and all that. It just, you got one little 12-volt port right there, because honestly, you're maybe gonna have a passenger and that's about it. You do got an aux jack Dead button right here. Obviously this is a space model. Solstice is not a GXP, so nothing anything like that. I do like something I do say is that GM didn't know about ergonomics. Like, I like these vents right here. You can kind of aim anywhere, close them off however you want. And then of course your radio controls, it says a full 360 degrees for volume and tuning the radio. I do really like that. Honestly, my biggest pet peeve in my Nissan's interior is, especially the HVAC controls. This is just a simple resistor. Settings like that. Now my climate controls, I gotta sit there and do this to get it all the way warmed up or all the way closed down or cooled down. It's not very fun. Nope. Start it up real quick. Door ajar. You really hear the engine with the top up. That encloses you a little more. So a bit of a jump cut. Security didn't like where I was parked, so I'm now parked next to our toter home because that's exactly what I wanted in the background of the. I didn't want to have the race truck in front of, but I don't really feel like driving around and scoping out another spot. And yeah, Charlotte Motor Speedway isn't as finicky. But anyways, I lost my train of thought. So let's go down here. In here, of course, the owner. I got this car off Turo. Got extra headlights, so that's kind of concerning. Got some VIN sheet over here. This is 2007. Thought there was a 2009. But anyways, quick little cheat sheet how to put the top up and down. And you know, your 2007 Solstice. So apparently this is 2007. I may have screwed up in the intro of the video. Because yeah, I screwed up. Your warranty information, that, and of course your classic GM owner's manual. It's very simple, easy to read. Of course, they've had this picture for like in the 15 years at this point. Forever. They just update the same manuals over and over and over. Like right here. It's a Cavalier. That's like a Cavalier that I just did a video on. Working over things that burn. Yeah, and it's just your standard GM. So owner's manual, very flimsy kind of bag. That goes in. That guy on the top there. Hood latch is down here. Oh, there goes my audio. Of course, the Air Force hadn't been going all day long because it had been raining all morning. Now that's cleared up, they are doing stuff. That's why I struggle. There it is. Hood latch. Let's go look at it in all its glory. See if I get yelled at again in a few minutes. But yeah, just not a very good interior. So I struggle to get out of this thing. And then the hood opens up backwards like a true sports car. See the Ecotech in all its glory, variable valve timing. Yeah. Of course, mounted longitudinal because this is rear-wheel drive. Go refrigerant and all that. See, the intake is up here, air intake box. So the grill is functional. Very interesting design. Of course, see if I can pop this engine cover off. Yeah, it just pops off just like my Saturn. And there's a very dirty Ecotec. And of course, it's the 2.4 liter. It's very simple. You've seen one Ecotec, you've seen them all. Very one of those, if they ain't broke, don't fix her kind of engines that GM's kind of had several uses for over the years. Of course, you charge box right there, battery's right there. It's like it might be a bit of a pain. Looks like you gotta take off probably this little fender section right here to get to it. We lower her down, and then come on, there we go. Around the front of the cute little face. I do think these are good looking cars. There goes Chuck E. Cheese stickers that were apparently from the last rentee. Pop open the trunk. See, that releases these two bits right here, and then your trunk pops open. Of course, a little bit of storage if you got your top up. Of course, once the top goes down, you lose all your storage. Look in here, looks like you got your little tire inflator kit because you got no room for a spare tire. And then the handy dandy little trunk escape latch right here. If you somehow manage to cram someone in here, they can pull this. And as the little guy says, get out and run. Let's see if we can pop the top down before the rain comes. Going here, it's a fairly simple process. You pull that lever right there. Make sure the other side unlatches. And of course it's not unlatching. There we go. Make sure it's all the way unlatched. And she just folds in like so, and sort of gotta make sure these little bits fold up and down because you will crush them. As you can see, the little fiberglass bit has been set her down in like so. That, make sure that latches in a fairly simple process. And make sure your trunk latches, and you got a very handsome looking little roadster. As I close my doors, and I try to do this quickly because it is starting to sprinkle again. What a handsome little car. Unfortunately, these did not really take off. Of course, they had tried getting in on some of the sport racer deals that Mazda has with the Miata. Fortunately, the whole 2008 recession hit and sort of sunk the sales of these. The idea of a little subcompact rear-wheel drive sports roadster. And of course, this Sky and the Opel GT were the only models available on this little Kappa platform. After 2009. Good, handsome little roadster. And you can see, of course, egress will be a little better now that I get in here. I don't have to worry about that. Just a handsome little car. But anyways, that is a 2009, a 2007 Pontiac Solstice. Let's see if I can take her